Hi, and welcome to this segment of Real Talk with Queen. It is about gratitude and releasing the struggle. When we think about struggling could be anything that we're just not happy with ourselves. It could be the struggle with addiction. It could be the struggle to love our husbands. It could be the struggle to love yourself. It could be the struggle to love your children. It could be the struggle to love your job. It could be the struggle, just anything imaginable could be considered a struggle, especially if it's something that you really want to get rid of, but it continues in your life. It's a struggle. I know for me, growing up, I struggled. I struggled with loving myself. I struggled with being loved. I struggled with the need to feel wanted. I struggled with some of my family members. I struggled with my mother, who I thought was very mean and abusive. I struggled with some of the teachers I've had in school. My whole life was just a struggle. I used to stutter. And kids, when I was growing up, they would ask me to say something, and I thought they were asking me to say it because they wanted to be my friend, but they asked me to say something so that they could laugh. And they would say, for example, say house, and I would say, house. Oh, and they would get so tickled, and they would just laugh at me, and I would be so embarrassed. I struggled with speaking, and for many years, I wouldn't even make a sound. I used to hate how I sounded. I struggled with my nose. I struggled with my big lips. I struggled with my feet because people always, especially kids, made fun of my feet. Said they was big. They talked about my nose being big, my lips being big. So I struggled. I struggled with loving myself. I didn't know how to love me because I didn't have a good example in my home or anywhere really as to what love is or was. And I got married, and I struggled in my marriages. I had 2 divorces, 2 beautiful children, but I struggled. I struggled to speak. I struggled to express myself. I struggled to say the things that needed to be said. And I used to just think, really, there was something seriously wrong with me because all I was doing was struggling. One day, I decided there has to be something better out there to life than just always struggling. And I had always heard that people say you get what you say, you get what it is that you're speaking. But I didn't really know exactly what that meant. I didn't realize that I was speaking all of this stuff into existence, even though some of the stuff had stopped years ago, but I still talked about it. I still talked about it in the present tense, like it was still happening to me. I would say, oh, I hate that job, and I would get real jobs, crummy jobs. I mean, they were good, but, I would be treated like crap. I hate my boss, and then my boss would be mean to me, but I'm speaking this stuff into existence. Oh, she girl, she ain't no good. And then that person would come to me not being any good again because I'm speaking it into existence. And one day, again, like I said, I was sick, tired, fed up. I was tired of struggling. And I said, no more. I made some choices to change. I made some decisions to start speaking, opening up my mouth and expressing myself. And I took steps. I joined Toastmasters. I got a coach. I worked with the coach for over 6 months. And look at me today. This is a miracle. But it's also because I began to be grateful. Grateful that I could speak. Grateful that I could make a sound. Grateful for my children. Grateful for my friends. Grateful for everything. And the more I was grateful, and I began to say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The more joy began to come to me. It didn't happen all overnight, and I'm not going to sit here and lie and have you thinking that it's just going to change in the twinkling of an eye. But in reality, it did, because it did change with me making that decision to start giving thanks and being grateful. And today, I practice living a life of gratitude and not one of complaining. Gratitude will take you far. Gratitude will open doors that was previously closed. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Just be grateful for everything and everybody, and watch how the struggle will end for you in your life. And even if some things just don't completely end, your attitude about it will be so much different, because nothing ever can take the place of saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste. I give thanks for you. I give thanks to the beautiful universe. I give thanks to my ancestors, and I am just joyous and grateful. Thank you for joining me tonight. Please leave a comment. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I give thanks. Thank you.